Come on, man, you can do it. You can watch another one of these Benny Shapiro videos. Come on, let's go. Okay guys, so here we go. This is another one of these videos by this guy. I think he goes by the name
CK Louis,
aka Benjamin Shapiro. He does a show on YouTube that in one day, pretty much every time he uploads, he gets 250,000 views, and sometimes he gets 3 million views. Could you imagine? Oh man, I gotta know Ben Shapiro's take on the Will Smith slap. I have access to any shit I want to know, dude. But you know what I gotta know? What does Ben Shapiro think of the...
Well, today we are going to go through some of the most convincing arguments on behalf of abortion advocates, and we're going to talk about them. Suffice it to say, they're not all that convincing. They come from some of our most prominent people like Billie Eilish, a very convincing figure in the history of modern ethics. We'll go through all of these arguments, and we'll see how that goes for them. This video is sponsored by Naturally It's Clean.
There we go. Ben Shapiro's like a cartoon character from the 50s, like a comic strip, who's holding his audience upside down, shaking the coins out of their pocket.
My point is that it shouldn't be up to a government official to draw the line. It should be up to the woman who's confronted with the choice. If this is a late-term situation, then by definition, it's one where a woman was expecting to carry the pregnancy to term. Then she gets the most perhaps devastating news of her life. I don't know what to tell them morally about what they should do.
You don't?
I just know that I trust her, and her decision, medically or morally, isn't going to be any better because the government is commanding her to do it in a certain way.
Okay, Matt, the consequences to these particular philosophies that basically killing a baby in the 9th month, because life is very difficult and there are bad choices, killing a baby is now okay and the government has nothing to say about it. This is from the same guy who believes that basically everything in American life should be regulated, down to the emissions on your cars.
You know, the birth of my first child was a really magical moment, guys, okay? The nurse came over, she was like, here's your baby. And I was like, oh, let me look. And I cleared away the smog. I was revving my motorcycle. And the baby, this is the true tragedy of Ben Shapiro. He's going to make me defend some crap that Pete Buttigieg has said. But yeah, what a crazy belief system that we don't have state enforced births, and also we want to restrict tailpipe emission. We want to restrict pollution. Those are two crazy beliefs that can no way go together.
This is insane, dude. This is insane, dude.
You know, this one, I had this realization, like I've done so many of these Ben Shapiro videos always get good views, you know, but he's a crazy person. Like, this is what we're doing, guys. Also, of course, as always with Ben Shapiro, no conflict of interest here. Talking about fossil fuel crap. The Daily Wire is owned by Bent Key Ventures, LLC. Ferris Wilks, a fracking billionaire, manages Bent Key Ventures. It's a coincidence, man.
When it comes to, can people kill babies in the 9th month? He's like, hands off here, man. Hands off. Because after all, these are tough decisions. Pretty amazing. Also, I love when we get Pastor Pete. Pastor Pete is...
All right, now he gets into the little more serious stuff. This is a weird clip that he found. This is another funny thing, too, is that there are lots of... I mean, you could do a quick search on YouTube and find, like, actual debates and, like, professors and, like, ethics teachers and blah, 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 giving, like, very formal arguments for abortion. But he doesn't choose those. He chooses a video where James Franco from 2017, where James Franco wearing a leather punk jacket, biker jacket, is interviewing some lady from Stanford or something. I don't even know what this is, but he dug this up. Of all the videos he could do, of all the arguments he could look at, he dug up a James Franco show where James Franco was like, "This is my James Franco." It's like, I'm in trouble now.
Hey,
And I think if a fetus hasn't ever been conscious, it hasn't ever had any experiences, and we abort it at that stage, that actually nothing morally bad happens. What I think is that actually, among early fetuses, there are two very different kinds of beings.
Hey.
So, James, when you were an early fetus, and Elliot, when you were an early fetus, all of us, I think that we already did have moral status then. But we had moral status in virtue of our futures, in virtue of the fact that we were the beginning stages of persons. But some early fetuses will die early in pregnancy, either due to abortion or miscarriage. And in my view, that's a very different kind of entity. That's something that doesn't have a future as a person.
What the fuck
and
is
it
going
doesn't
on?
have
Wow.
moral status.
wow. That is a time travel argument right there. You don't talk.
Oh, the memes, dude. These memes, every time they get me, I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Hear the time travel argument for abortion. I will say that the graphic there of the baby disappearing into nothing. She's like, this means nothing. And the baby disappears into nothing, and your heart kind of goes, ugh. The argument that she is making right there is that if you are born, this means retroactively you had value as a fetus. But if you were never born, you had no value as a fetus.
But it's obvious the reason that he picked this is because that lady does give a kind of convoluted argument, like the way she says it. Even if you watch the full video, you can see James Franco. He's like, both of them are struggling to understand what she's talking about because she does a very bad job at explaining it. But basically, if you listen to it a couple times, all she's really saying is there's a difference between a pre-birth entity and a post-birth entity. And even Ben Shapiro would have to concede that argument. But obviously what he's really avoiding is like, okay, dude, you're a libertarian. Like we were just watching, the government shouldn't even regulate pollution. Okay. The government shouldn't regulate pollution. Having me or my business have a mask mandate is just too much imposition on my freedom. Having testing for a very contagious disease, weekly testing, is too much of an imposition on my business or my freedom. Too much of the government on my freedom. However, in the same brain, in the same little noodle, in the same little cabeza, I want the government to somehow force a person to, for 9 months, share basically your entire body. Like every basic biological function, how we experience life, to totally change. Your mood changes, you're sharing all your nutrients for 9 months. Then at the end of that, by knife point, I'm assuming you're forced to give birth, which is another very serious process. All that's not too much. All that's not too much for the government to force. However, I gotta put a mask over this sourpuss? No way, bro. No way. Nope. And that's sort of the political situation in the United States. We have right-wingers, like Joe Biden and all these people, everybody in government, right-wingers. So a bunch of right-wingers. Then you have not like a couple people who are, I guess, on the left. Like there's 4 people. And then the Ben Shapiro crowd, which is lunatics. So that's what we got going. Why can't... It's shocking. We're not making a whole lot of progress. Oh, I wonder why. I don't know what's going on.
We'll get to more of our celebrities arguing on behalf of the killing of the unborn in just 1 second. First, something cleaner.
Could you imagine your product being introduced?
I love my kids, and I have a lot of kids at home. This means you can't leave dangerous chemicals just lying around. Did you know that you can get a hospital-grade cleaning?
Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro. We don't want abortions to happen in the womb, but we also don't want them to happen outside with dangerous chemicals. Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro. There's 2 things I don't like terminated: pregnancies and the amount of money in my wallet. That's why Naturally Clean saves you lots. Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro. And when all the Planned Parenthoods are closed in your state, and women have to start throwing themselves down the steps to end a pregnancy, you're going to want those steps to be clean. With Naturally It's Clean.
Code Ben.
Hey.
Hey. Hi. Hey.
I am so
sick and tired of old men.
So I feel like she's sick and tired of everything, this one.
Men in general. Sorry. But old ones.
What a delight.
Especially.
This person is. She seems happy.
Shut the up about our body! Oh my God! Shut up! Like victims, and you deserve everything in the world.
If you can't kill your unborn babies, you're a victim. That's.
And we need to tell them to shut the up.
She's a genius. Wow, a happy, fulfilled genius. Hey,
Do this.
hey, hey, hey. Wow. Hey, and with that middle finger.
My body, my choice.
Hey, 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 hey. Honest to God, they're like 4-year-old children.
Keep 'em up there.
4-year-old children.
Bed made of money.
What unpleasant humans. Seriously. Does that seem like a happy, pleasant human? A person whose lifestyle you'd...
What's the title of this video? Ben Shapiro debunks celebrity abortion arguments. So then he watches a Billie Eilish clip. And by the way, he's like, she's miserable. I don't know, man. I've seen some TikToks of Billie Eilish. She seems to be living some kind of a dream life. I would switch places with Billie in a second, man. Okay? Where's the debunking? where's the abortion and where's the anti-abortion arguments here? You lazy bastard, you. I'm gonna debunk these celebrities. Watches a Billie Eilish clip. Pfft, yeah, right, Billie. Yeah, right, Billie. Who cares?
Does that seem like a happy, pleasant human? A person whose lifestyle you'd wish to emulate? I feel like that's worth asking at some points because the left offers the notion that you're going to be completely fulfilled if you vitiate every duty, if you
Duties like limiting pollution?
eviscerate every basic human decency, you will live a more happy, fulfilled, and free life. Does this look happy, fulfilled, and free to you? Hey, seriously? If it does, by all means, engage. This does not seem like the kind of life that any healthy person would want to have. It's the kind of life where you walk around flipping people off in the crowd, saying the word...
Yeah, I would. Oh my God. I would hate to have literally unlimited resource, gazillions of fans, and I could do whatever I want all day. I basically live in a virtual reality. Yeah, that sounds horrible. The other funny thing about this like anti-abortion stuff, whether or not these people believe it, I could go 50-50 with Ben that he believes any of this stuff. But the other funny thing is that it's being tried right now. Like kind of like the most like overstepping the line of anti-abortion laws in a long time are being tried. And what's happening is, oh, wow, people are just going to other states to go to Planned Parenthood to get abortion.
Oh, what a shock. What a shock.
So it's a total failure. It makes no sense. It's a total failure. It's never going to work. But now they're trying to pass laws where you could get sued, because they're doing this like vigilante thing, that you could get sued, not for getting abortion, but like going to another state and somebody suspecting that you got an abortion in another state. Yeah, dude, yeah, that freedom stuff is really starting to make sense, you idiots, you fools.
It's so important to stand behind Planned Parenthood and support them. My mom growing up always said to me, she was like, you know,
ScarJo. Woo!
You got to do it yourself. Like, nobody's going to do it for you.
That's right.
Women are our own best advocates. So I think it's important for women to stand up for women. It's important for women to support women.
Okay, I noticed that there was one word that did not appear anywhere in there, and that is abortion. Hey, did you notice that?
Isn't that funny the way those things happen?
It's important.
These memes, they make me go crazy. Yeah, these memes make me go crazy with laughter, and then I fill my pants with doo-doo. Ever heard of it? He's like, one thing she didn't say anything about is abortion. Yeah, because you're looking up videos where people are not making arguments about abortion, you idiot.
She was in Ghost World. Debate me. You were in Ghost World. Debate me.
Well, as we've been talking about, hey, the employees at Disney are apparently ready to indoctrinate your kids in queer theory and wokeness and sexual indoctrination.
Oh, shocker. Oh, we're still talking about Disney? We're talking about the Disney thing? Oh, this shocking revelation. Ben Shapiro is going to talk about Disney.
Because the idea is that your child must learn their values. must learn their values.
So these people have done hours and hours, all these right-wing channels, Tim Pool, whatever else lunatic, whatever else idiot is doing this and making $4 million in super chats from it. They've been talking about this forever, and I'm like, if you step back from the, Guy Debord spectacle of all this crap for like even 15 seconds, just take a little break and think about this. So this would be like the tragedy of, let's go to like the extreme that they're worried about, like some gay characters kiss or hold hands in a Disney movie. The tragedy of, you would have to tell the absolute tragedy of, your kid might ask you, hey, why were those two characters holding hands or kissing? And then you say, oh, those are gay characters. And then the kid says, can I please have a string cheese? And you say no, because you are overweight, frankly. And then the kid says, can I please have a sugar drink? And you say no, because you have behavior problems. This is like most politics now, probably, is just pure, there's no connection to reality. I was thinking about Disney World, too, because they're really pissed off about that. They're like, Florida. Disney World is in Florida, and they're striking back at Florida for passing all this stupid anti-gay laws and all this stuff. And it would what would the reality of that be if you're at Disney World with your kids? Oh, I was in the line. I was in the 1 hour line at Epcot to get in the ball or whatever. And it was so hot that my eyelids were melted together. So I kind of through that melted skin and the sweat, I think I saw two characters holding hands that were of the same gender. But I'm also not sure, because my kid had soiled his pants while we were in that line to get into that ball. So the smell was throwing me off too. This is the reality of these situations, okay? This is what we're oh, man, these are the important things we're supposed to be focusing, and not just pure moronic distractions.
Well, we announced yesterday that over the next 3 years, we would be investing $100 million here at the Daily Wire into making children's entertainment content.
Oh my God, please, 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 please make Daily Wireland. Wireland. Hey, get the kids, we're going to Wireland. You're riding through a little boat. You're huddled with all the other parents and kids. You get a little bit splashed, and you hear a song. Through the tunnel, you start to hear a song.
It's a small world. It's a small world after all, you idiots. Oh no, I fell in the water again. It's a small world, you morons. And all these kids here singing with me are the product of unwanted pregnancies.
You're in the little boat and you're like, oh my God, what is all this smoke in here? And he's like,
there's no pollution regulation on these boats. Just the way we like it here in America.
It's so funny. I mean, whatever. This guy's, a pretty lazy content creator, but he starts off the segment with
they're indoctrinating the kids.
The employees at Disney are apparently ready to indoctrinate your kids.
I'm really concerned that they're indoctrinating kids. By the way, we're going to pour $100 million of fracking billionaire money into content that's from our demented minds. Guys, this is a really special little segment here that I'm about to do, because we actually have some early footage of this new Daily Wire kids programming. So check this out.
And I say, hey, what a wonderful time to play. Come on, let's go and stop regulating the fossil fuel industry.
You're not going to have to worry about that. You're going to have to worry about answering questions about the morality of various forms of marriage when you come back into the room after leaving your kid watching the latest episode of Paw Patrol. You're not going to have to worry about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because there's no way for kids to be exposed to any information that they want these days. Also, they live in the world where different types of people exist. So it's going to be a little bit of a...
Hey.
It's a little bit of an uphill struggle.
Call the cops when you get a little too loud. Okay.
Man, blew that line, didn't she? Wanda Sykes just blowing up that laugh line.
We've been dealing with COVID for
Yeah, get her,
2
man.
years. It's been really hard on people. Yeah, I mean, just look at Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, God. What happened?
I don't know.
I think this is where me and Ben can find a little bit of agreement. Okay, this is where we can come together. This is where all this fighting in the country, We gotta come together, guys. I'm Russell Brand kind of guy now. This is where we can really come together because I do think that the Oscars should be banned legally. Okay, they burned the set down. Never can happen again. Any mention of them is illegal as well. And anyone involved with them there's sort of like hearings that we have to decide their punishment. I mean, really, I don't know if it's just like I'm getting old or something here, but like these clips of them like roasting these celebrities, there's something so like court jester. Like these are like some of the wealthiest, most famous people, you know, some of the luckiest people in the world. And we're sort of going to just roast them to make them more human or to like, hey, see, look, yeah, we're getting them or some. There's just something so creepy and off about it. And it should be highly illegal. The police break-ins and stuff. Are you having an award ceremony in here? But what's important for that clip, too, is Ben's breaking down comedy. He's like, oh, Wanda Sykes. Wanda really nailed that line, psych. She didn't. I'm saying she did the joke badly. Ben Shapiro is really like breaking down comedy, like this bad comedy, man.
From this kind of crap. And gay. That's the laziest joke in the entire. It's not even a joke. It's just you being lazy. It's just you're lazy and you're stupid. And because you're lazy and stupid, you made a lazy, stupid joke. You're gonna make a funny joke? You can go with anything? Really?
It's not funny!
Okay. Your punchline was
okay. Thank God. Thank God he just played that too, because now if Ben Shapiro ever comes after me, he's like,
You were using my clips. I'm gonna do a copyright cancel on you. You were using my clips.
Now I know who to go to. I'll contact Tim and Eric. I'll be like, hey, can we do a counter copyright cancel on him because he's using your crap? All right. So remember, he's critiquing all these comedians. Oh, this sucks.
Will, Jada, what a beautiful couple. And we're honoring a lot of couples here today.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Jada and Will Smith, Penelope and Javier Bardem, and Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a night for lovers.
How was that the joke? Because
the one good joke, the one funny joke at the Oscars, and my man goes right over his head. Right over the old head. All right, poor Benny Shapiro. It's not his fault, you know. He just wants to sleep on a
bed made of money.
Oh God, it's a little loud. He just wants to eat
Blue Chew
and sleep on a
bed made of money.
Very similar to the way that
C.K. Louis
does it. So, you know, he's like, man, this comedy sucks, dude. Hey, this comedy sucks, dude. Watch and learn, fools. Watch daddy work, he says. Check this out.
Something you might not know is that Ring makes an alarm. It is true. Ring makes an alarm in case Will Smith is breaking into your home to smack you upside the head. Ring alarm.
Oh! Damn, thank God Ben. See, this is why we need Ben to critique this comedy. WTF with Mark Maron style, break it all down. Because clearly, this motherfucker knows comedy like it ain't shit, dude. God damn, that's so funny in a Ring commercial. Oh, you should get Ring just in case Will Smith is gonna get in your house and slap you. Okay, so this next video is called The Left is Making Ronnie D, I call him Ron DeSantis president. You're never going to believe what he's talking about in this video. You will be shocked what he's talking about in this one.
If you wish to steep your content in left-wing values, I will just stop consuming it. Okay. And so will millions of other parents. Okay. If Disney really wishes to hone in.
Oh, no way. Whoa. Disney? Nah, he's talking about Disney? Never heard of it, man.
So here's Ron DeSantis just ripping on Disney. It's like, but also, like, you idiots. So the entire pitch of the Democratic Party for decades has been the Republicans are the party of evil plutocrats. They're the party of corporate America, of big business. They oppose small business. They oppose the little guy. They're trying to squash the individual. They're trying to squash the blue-collar worker. Then you have one of the biggest corporations on earth, Disney, come out and say, we are in favor of the sexual indoctrination of your children. And this sets up Ron DeSantis to not only slap a bunch of people who want to misparent and destroy your children, but also to slap at one of the biggest corporations on earth, making him a populist.
This video is pretty funny because, like, the whole time he's like, man, Ron DeSantis is such a genius because he really set himself up for a win with this one. He really set himself up for a win with this, anti-gay, anti-trans law in Florida. What an innovator. I mean, he's saying this kind of stuff in this video, like, wow, what a clever, innovative guy. I think it was on the Patreon, but I read this paper from a journal in 2013 where they were talking about the history of how the Republican Party and kind of right-wingers use kids, like we're just protecting our kids historically. And they looked at this sort of like political rally in 1977 where they had signs like, don't indoctrinate our children, leave our children alone, this is bad for our children, they're preying on our children. And the issue that they were fighting were laws that said you can't discriminate against people for housing and employment based on their sexual orientation. That's what they were fighting, using the exact same arguments. And then they also went back. They were like, we can take this further. They made the exact same arguments for racial integration. They said, no, we can't have black and white kids going to the same school because they're trying to indoctrinate the children, and we're worried about our children being with these black kids. And they're trying to do their left-wing values of integration on my kids. Exact same arguments. So when he's like, wow, Ronnie D is such an innovator doing this anti-gay, anti-trans stuff in school. Yeah, he's a real innovator doing the exact same thing that these people have done for 70 years. What an innovative politician. What an innovative Republican politician. He's using bigotry. Wow, never been done before. Oh man, this guy's he's on some real bullshit. This guy, wow. Actually, Ron DeSantis is putting a spin on the same old crap, and that spin is like, he seems like he's falling asleep all the time. And maybe like he pooped his pants, that guy. Sort of sad. You don't even need to try anymore. You just come out and you're like, trans people suck. Gay people suck. Yay! Is that guy awake? So there we go, guys. Just goofing on one of our favorite guys. And always remember, guys, that each one of you is
disgusting and probably illegal.
Love you. And please, guys, it's Monday. Yuck! Okay? But, let's make the best. Let's make the best of all this crap, dude. Let's try to have a blessed week. Okay? Again, I'm like a Russell Brand kind of character on my bull crap. I burn my little incense and I'm really blessed, So have a good, let's guys, stop it. Let's try to make this a good one. And I love you. Bye-bye. Hey guys, you're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today. For as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys so much.